Hey, what's up, everybody? Hunter Orrell here. This will be the first episode of some content that we're putting out. It'll be a dynamically changing format as we start to feel out what works and what doesn't work. And really, the idea for this is to put out some content, highlight notable things that are happening, try to bring things that are high quality to the people that haven't seen it, and try to help out and build some community in the NFT space. I've been in the NFT space for a little bit now, got involved with Top Shot back in 2020, and the last few months have just been amazing. So this show will be changing as we go forward. We're planning on having a lot of cool guests. I know DSFi has said that he's willing to come on. Tropo has certainly voiced some interest in coming on, as well as some other bigger names that have been chatting with in the background recently. So with that said, we'll jump into a little bit of a review, and then we'll get into some questions, cool things that are happening, and then some requests to you guys if you stick along to the end. The biggest thing that happened this week was obviously the Sotheby's sale with Silly Tuna's Alien Punk. It sold for $10 million, 11.8 after fees at Sotheby's, and it was an absolute monster that it sold for that much. I don't think we'll see many other Alien sell in the near future, just because I think a lot of them are in hands of really strong holders. And it's exciting to see this happen. So really big congrats to Silly Tuna, and it's a really big thing for the NFT community. As well as at Sotheby's, we had the Twin Flame sale to Justin Sano, and huge congrats to him. He's been awesome in the community, doing lots of cool things, really big player, building community and giving more than he takes. So totally awesome that happened for him. Art Blocks also having a huge sale on their 19 works, a curated portfolio of some of their biggest drops. Awesome that went for $82,000. I think that will age well for whoever bought that. In other news, one of my favorite projects, Bored Ape Yacht Club, just hit an amazing milestone of 4,000 unique owners. This is pretty crazy. The fact that 40% of all the apes out there are now in individual wallets just shows that there is a really strong community. It's becoming more and more decentralized and diversified with ownership. And I think we're going to start to see a lot of cool things pop out of this community. I'll share some more on that in a little bit. In other news, less cool is that Zed Run ran into some really tough problems with their launch yesterday. And what I was impressed by was that they jumped on, owned up to it, said, yes, it was complete shit, but we're going to, hunker down, go back, figure out what went wrong, and we'll come back, explain what happened, and we'll do it better. That's great PR and managing, what happened there. So I'm excited to see that, what happens going forward. We also have the Gutter Cats launch. That was a very controversial launch. I know the project has a lot of controversy around it, as well as with the Super Yeti drop. I'm currently in the mindset right now that you should only buy things that you are okay if they go to zero. I think that there are a lot of people buying on speculation and on hype and watching what some of the whales do. I think right now, buy what you like and be okay if it goes to zero. So I'm slowing down. I think DC Investor put it really well and said, take a break, buy what you like. We're seeing a lot of things that are just repeats or tributes to previous projects. and make sure that you buy stuff that you're only optimistic about really long term and you think can really win. And if it doesn't, you need to be okay with it. So I'll hop into some of our questions this week. The first one comes from Board Chairman. Can a Bored Ape have fun? Absolutely. This is probably one of my favorite questions that I've gotten from the community so far. I think Bored Apes right now are ungodly undervalued. And Bored Apes in 5 years, 10 years, what they look like becomes a very exclusive club and a strong community if it continues on the path that we see. So can a Bored Ape have fun is an absolute yes and great question. LVCAS Cook with the next question saying, best ways to promote with chill vibes versus shill vibes. We've seen a ton of shill vibes in the last month. And I think the best way that you can attack this is by trying to be a member of the community. I think too many people are coming into the space and saying, I've made X, Y, and Z. This is the project I'm working on. And they immediately turn to a community and they say, buy this. I made this. Will you buy it? Will you buy it? I think being involved, trying to not sell, but to make connections in the community, show people your work. Don't ask for a sale. Ask for feedback. Try to meet other artists and show them your work. Meet with collectors and say, what do you think? And I think once you start to be a member in the community, the sales come in as people want to support and they see what you're doing. And I think Justin, who did Twin Flames, is a really good example of that. He came in, he had his project, he worked with punks to get it in Save Art Space, and was a really big proponent for the community, and he got rewarded for the efforts he put in. So great question, and I hope that answers it. Brandon Baumett asked the next question. Do all NFTs need to have utility / take advantage of smart contracts to stay relevant in the future? I don't think it's an absolute, and I certainly think that we'll see some people win who don't have utility baked into the original project. And a note on that would be Bored Ape Yacht Club, where there is, having a Bored Ape right now, besides a few little things within that smart contract, doesn't bring you immense value besides saying I own one, as well as with punks. I think though in the long term, unless your NFT has some sort of that community value, or people are building off of that original project, NFTs with utility and that are taking advantage of smart contracts will stay relevant. And I think VFriends is probably the biggest hell yes of this all, as well as Punk's Comic, which we'll talk about in a little bit, where you can use that NFT to gain access or to claim something or to redeem something. Those kinds of utility will stay relevant in 3 years. And then I think in the future, as there's different ways to use them, will continue to stay relevant. So not an absolute, but I would hedge my bets on NFT projects that have utility to stay more relevant in the future. The other one, less of a question, but a huge topic that I want to touch on is a bonding curve and a FOMO ramp the same thing? And that is a big no. We see a lot of people talking about this. I'm very passionate about this. Beanie's very passionate about this. Tropo's very passionate about this, where FOMO ramps need to go. If you have a FOMO ramp in your project, it is bad. We don't want it. It is an absolute automatic no for me. I won't buy your project. Bonding curves, on the other hand, are different, where price increases allow you, if you purchase at one point and then more sales happen, you're able to sell back into that curve, and it offers liquidity for buyers. So it is a reward to people who support the project early and are looking for liquidity. It'll be there. So great examples of this are Neoblocks, Euler Beats, and Unisocks, of course. And of course, the great meme to explain it: miss me with the FOMO ramp, hit me with that bonding curve. I'm all about it. So a few things I want to highlight in the community that are happening right now, cool and worth understanding. On cyber.io is an absolutely wonderful way to not only just show what works you own in a metaverse sort of gallery, but it's also a great way to collaborate with other people who have wallets that you'd like to show all of your art pieces alongside. So it's as easy as sharing a link. Somebody can jump in, see your work. It's a really easy way to verify that something's in your wallet, or a group of people have something in their wallets. This took me like 5 minutes to set up. You can see my pieces, MeBit, VFriend, some Zomax pieces. Easily replace, move, change sizes. And I would say the best part of this is, you can easily go through all of your pieces, edit the info. But the biggest thing, and this was brought to my attention by one of the people building out this space this morning, is that you can invite collaborators. So you can see here, there's 2 wallets involved. I have pieces from one wallet and the other wallet all in one spot. It's an A++ all around, worth checking out. The other project that is worth checking out, if you haven't already, is Punk's Comic. This is done by a good friend Beanie, and they've recently released issue 1. Issue 1 comes with the option to either burn or stake, and there are a lot of really good token economics that are happening here, so worth checking out. A big thing to understand is that this issue, or this mint, also comes with the opportunity to get some either signed comics or some one-of-one unique prints that are done by Hackatow, as well as Chris and some others, so worth checking out. The other project is VFriends, and if you haven't heard about VFriends, you're a little late, but not too late. You're gonna have to buy in the secondary right now. All of them have sold out. It is Gary Vaynerchuk's NFT project, and these come with access to a 3-year conference, and there are some really cool things that you can do. Right now, the only ones that don't have owners or will have new owners in the future are Gary's originally owned. These are ones that come with a special verification that Gary owned them originally, and I believe that those will hold a high premium going forward. I asked a thread earlier today trying to figure out what is cool and going on. I know that some of these projects just don't get the viewership that they ought to get. Some really cool art happening here. I suggest you go check this out and look some more. VFriends, of course, was one that popped up that people are saying it's worth buying on the secondary market. We're seeing a lot of big celebrities that are just getting into the space, especially with like Bored Ape Yacht Club. We're seeing like LaMelo Ball, Josh Hart, some big sports players, professional sports players jumping in. I know VFriends, we saw some verified comedians joking about getting some. So it's exciting to see things that were originally like 5 Ethereum selling for 15. It's amazing. Really cool project. And then the other thing I want to bring to people's attention is Bored Ape Yacht Club in general is becoming more and more a community-run project, in the fact that we're seeing people launch beer and wine products based off of Bored Ape Yacht Club. We're seeing Punk's Comic actually adopt and say that there's going to be a Bored Ape Yacht Club version where you can actually now go to the Punk's Comic site and submit your ape to be featured. I've seen some baby Bored Ape Yacht Club projects. I've seen, like I said, coffee, energy bars, clothing brands, you name it, it's happening. So that's definitely another area to keep your eyes on. If you stuck around this long, I'm super appreciative of that. I think that over the next couple versions of this, it'll grow and change. And, we've been doing this for, 10, 15 minutes now. And we're going to figure out the dynamics here. My request to you would be, what do you want to see? Let me know. Is there a project that you want to see? Is there a format that you want to see? We'll be bringing on some people that have projects to kind of pitch them in a Shark Tank kind of environment. Is there somebody that you want to hear from in an interview style? Let me know. We're going to try to make that happen, as well as what artists. And, if you have questions, please submit them. We're going to try to get them on the show as well. And put people that you want to hear from and ideas and projects, bring that all together in one space. So really, really appreciative of anybody who stuck around to the end. That means a ton to me, and hopefully you come to the next show. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.